All right, guys. You know what that means. Chicago Bears will fire so fiercely. Chicago Bears will fire so fiercely. Never forget that. Chicago Bears will fire so Chicago Bears, Chicago Bears, people fire so fiercely. Chicago Bears, people you forgot to make you share the name. Share your tea for me. Share Bears, Chicago Bears. Let them know you're wearing the crown. Cause you're the joy of our noise. Chicago Bears. Bears. Woo! How about them Bears? How about them Bears? How about them Bears, huh? So the game was live. Woo! How about them Bears, huh? You know what I mean? How about them Bears, huh? Anyways, people. The Bears, I'm very positive today. I'm a good mood today. Okay. How about them Bears, huh? How about the Bears, huh? How about them Bears? You know, hold on. There's something I can do, Jets fans. Okay? Ready, guys? You know something? B E A R S B E A T J E T S. Bears beat the Jets. B E A R S W I N. Bears ran. Woo! Anyways, Bears ran. How about them Bears? Anyways, so let's talk about some Bears games today. I'm excited today. A lot of positivity. Listen. Now, I think the Bears are doing a good job with Mitch Trubisky's playing again, playing better, drop passes again. I was concerned with Bears DBs again, and I know people say, well, why are the Bears didn't play Khalil Mack? Well, the reason why, because Mitch Trubisky, what people are saying, well, how come the Bears rest Eddie Robinson and Khalil Mack? Because they need to rest them. I agree the Bears should. Oh, they're going to lose. Bears lose. The Bears are getting better. The reason why Khalil Mack, because the ankle hurts. When you have a player's defense play great today, because they're not injury size. Khalil Mack's injury, they need to rest them, a process. I seen the Bears game today. Mitch is playing great, first half. He needs to look better. But, I mean, that's the thing that Bears have is Mitch Trubisky get better and better every game. He's set records for Sid Luckman, which the last time the Bears had a quarterback. People say, well, but Bears never have a good quarterback. Bears did have a quarterback, and Mitch Trubisky is better than Jay Cutler. Why? Because his accuracy, his throwing touchdowns, he had to play heel ball too much. And so, in Mitch Trubisky, he's a playmaker. He loves to run. People say, well, he's like, how come people complain too much about Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes, he's great. Deshaun Watson's good. But let's talk about this, okay? The Bears, they're better. They're improving better every single year. You know? And much as I would say, well, Patrick Mahomes is good. Patrick Mahomes is like Dan Marino. Mitch Trubisky is John Elway type. And Sean Watson is Jim Kelly type. You know what I mean? he's more like Steve Young. Okay, the thing is, the media said, the boo Trubisky. Think about it. Mitch Trubisky is a playmaker. You know what I mean? People say Joe Howard should be traded. The media's figured out embarrassment. Is you guys have to be patient. I'm patient with the Bears. I know Bears lost 2 games, but the kicker stinks. Oh, kicker does sucks. All right, but let's talk about this. Bears fans, you can be patient. Mitch is good. You gotta be patient with him. He's not like we used to have a color. He's the next color. Like you guys don't know how hard this color is. Like no offense, you guys. I remember the Bears games back in color play era. He was garbage. Okay, beyond garbage. His passer rate is 6.7. That's the thing people don't talk about anymore. Is Mitch Trubisky the best quarterback bigger man? I'm saying yes, he is. Because what Mitch is doing, he's just proving out he'll light out this year. He's playing lights out. Oh, he needs some. He has missed throws. Sure, that's the thing is, he is proving better and better. But whereas with 2 touchdowns passes today, Mitch Trubisky has 2 touchdowns today. Mitch Trubisky is good. He's gonna get better. In time, he's gonna get better. He's processing. In color era, we got blown out many times. People will say, "Oh, Twitter, Facebook, in Twitter, nigga, Bears fans, if you guys stop, he's so listen. Relax, stop. You know what? Mitch Trubisky is playing good today. And you guys want to know, he traded job picks. Well, Mitch is playing up better. In the color era, we had some flaws, I love it. And I hate the color. But actually I am. But we're proving, you know what? No offense. We are a better team. Now Detroit Lions lost today, which sorry Detroit Lions fans. I don't hate Detroit, but I want to see the Packers lose. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you statistically what I'm talking about. We gotta learn to not be negative too much anymore. I'm a big Bears fan. I'm a big time Bears fan yesterday. In the past years, I might have some guests today. You might have some peers. You want to talk to the Bears podcast show, post game show. My boy Josh. We're talking about Bears talk. The thing is, the offense take time. I touched Steven on Twitter. Shout out to Steven. That's Steven Wills, guys. My friend Twitter, he's a smart. Join in. I'm gonna some gas. I'm very expert to see football. I see a lot. This is my first basketball. Why I think one with positivity and the other negative. I'm a positive person, not like I used to. And I'm gonna show some screenshots if you want to. I'm gonna screenshot these PN stuff, which I pretty much have statistics, data. Anyways, let's talk about the Bears had and why didn't the Jets didn't do so well. The Jets had Sam Darnold, 14 for 29, 152 yards, 1 touchdown, which idiot throw the ball, 1 sack, 1 time. That's the thing I'm concerned. We're not second quarterback like we did in the past. You know what I mean? Look what you should basically 16-29, drop balls. Team has 210, 2 touchdown passes, 2.4 sack, 2.4 sacks, 2.4 sacks, 2 touchdowns. So, shut up. I'm talking live. So, that's what Trubisky is doing. Mitch Trubisky is putting 2 touchdowns, average 7.6, and passer rate is 102.7. That's as great as we had before. Never had it before. We had 95%. Bears defense, you got proven the sacks, and the second needs to go up. Anyways, the Washington, Joe Howard, 22 yards, 81 yards. Mitch Trubisky, 6 carries, 51 yards. Long 13 yards. Joe Howard, 24. Anthony Miller, 7 yards. Trey Cohen, 540. So Washington is helping us along one. Now, is that cohort 22-35, 24 times carries, team has 34 total. Mitch Trubisky, again, he's like Steve Young type. I compare Mitch Trubisky as a Steve Young type. Steve Young is. Hold on. There it is. So we're talking about the statistics of the game. People say you should trade Joe Howard. It's a thing the media overreacts to Steve Core. 13 yards carries, Young 29 yards. The defense played up better. I'm concerned. Terry Cole, one with 16 yards. He catches the ball better. Drop passes. Anthony Miller expected 445. Taylor Gabriel, I like the guy. He's amazing. Big fan of Taylor Gabriel. Okay. Turnovers. Terry Cole from the ball one time. Defensively. Daily everything plays good. So tackles. QB sacks. 1 sack. And near point, fixed the front 7. And let's see. Interception to those is kick return. Okay. So, like I said earlier, we need to prove him better. He's like Steve Young type, you know? And much I told you earlier, Steve Young was the best quarterback in the 90s, one of the best quarterbacks. Could compare her to Steve Young type. And the reason why I seen Steve Young, you know? I'm a big Bears fan a lot of ways. And you know what I mean? I'm happy the Bears won. You know what I mean? I don't like people say, "Oh, he's like the next G color." How do you know? You know, you used to have it in your mind. I seen quarterbacks play worse than the guy. And Trubisky, the kicker seemed there. You know, the DBs are horrible. They not tackle right. You know what I mean? And I'm a Bears fan for a long time. Everyone knows me well. I've been talking with the Bears forever. And the reason I talk about the Bears forever because I've seen the Bears' flaws. I've seen it. I calculate it. You know what I mean? I'm an expert sometimes. You know what I mean? The thing is tackling. Now, it's not penalties. The penalties. The penalties cost us a game, okay? Unlike how we play Anderson on the football team. And that's when Eddie Jackson and Dennis split the end. I'm not going to mention this. I'm too happy with it. Enough of this crap stuff. Anyways, Eddie Jackson should be disciplined. The Bears are not disciplined team. That's the problem I have. Disciplined penalties, like Bohan penalties, should not give the Jets a touchdown. We should beat up by 3 points. He did it. Now, Kyle Long got hurt. And injuries still happen in football and life. What we do, not overcome it, you know, overcome injuries. The Packers overcome injuries, you know. Packers like, oh yeah, we overcome the injuries to beat the Bears. That's true. You guys did beat the Bears, okay? But to be honest, I'm not gonna make excuse about it, you know. You mean the whole play system is got to play better with the quarterback. Mitch Trubisky has 200 yards total, and the reason why Trubisky is kind of better because he was running. Is he like the type of quarterback that get a Super Bowl? Hey, he has to take a Super Bowl. Like he has a performance of that level. You gotta play better, you know. Level it up. Now Steve Young, I'm gonna compare Steve Young's stats for a while. Because they were talking Steve Young, they were talking Steve Young distantly. Listen, he is a Steve Young type. And the reason I'm talking Steve Young type, I'm gonna compare Steve Young's type if you wanna know. This Bears game post game show. Ask me questions. And here's the Bears. You know? Cool. Yeah. Ask me Bears questions. Ask me Bears questions. Are we doing compared to Steve Young for 2 years? Now, cool. I'll wait. You know, Steve Young was a perfect example. So I'm gonna show you the statistics. I'm showing you a while, but Steve Young has struggles with his Tampa. People say, how does Steve Young went to San Francisco? Steven did struggle, okay? Even though he's in San Francisco. And people don't like Steve Young back in the day. Because he had some flaws and running issues. People want quarterbacks to be like running the ball, passing type pass passer. Now, Michael, let's talk about comparison. Okay, let me hear Michael Vick because it was a doer. He was a runner. Steve Young, a runner type, passing runner type. Randall Cunningham, a runner passing type. I don't know why the Eagles give up Randall Cunningham. You know what I mean? Randall Cunningham was a great runner. He was a good player. Underrated Randall Cunningham. Underrated. One kind of stuff. But talk about the great quarterbacks I ever seen was Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, Michael Vick, Davin McNabb. And see McNabb's his career. I'm going to tell Steve Young's stats before you guys talk. Oh, okay. I'm going to compare Steve Young's stats and Trubisky stats. Steve Young's 2 years. Steve Young stats in the first 2 years. What he was doing back then. I'm going to show you that, then show me Trubisky's two stats. I'm going to show you Steve Young's stats, right? I seen him as a Steve Young type, right? And I'm talking about his first 2 careers. Steve Young, how you know? It's Steve Young. Right, Steve Young in his career, 6.3 competitions, right? You see the stats here? Steve Young stats in Tampa, 85, age 24. It's 2 years. Longest 2 years in Tampa, okay? How many is Steve Young passing? 2 for 14, record 1 and 2, competition 72 attempts. 53%. Okay, look Steve Young's Hall of Fame. Look his yards, touchdowns right there. 13 interceptions. Steve Young struggled at times when he was with Tampa. Alright, he was like 41 7 times. You look at Steve Young. Look when he was for the Niners. Look, he went to 4 touchdowns. Long he did picks, did sacks times. See, he went to San Francisco. They developed him. Look at 1991. 1990. You know what I mean? Steve Young had better passive years in 1991, 1992. You know what I mean? Steve Young had a better year in 94. Look at Steve Young, Hall of Fame quarterback. Was he struggles in Tampa? Look his career, the Hall of Fame career numbers. But see how Steve Young in San Francisco, they developed Steve Young a better quarterback. Was he a backup for years for Joe Montana era? Yeah. Look, Steve Young played up better with San Francisco. He did take the NCAA, but Steve Young got better under. You mean? How about Steve Young? More. It's like things. Look, Steve Young. He was doing rushing yards. 1 touchdown, 5 touchdowns. Look at his rushing yards. I can see that Steve Young in him. He just couldn't roll. He could run. And see how Steve Young's impressive numbers has it here. Okay, I'm gonna give you a link here so you can join us. And impressive stuff that Steve Young has. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna see Joshua starts with Steve Young stats, Mitch Trubisky. I compare a lot of Steve Young. I'm still with Mitch Trubisky stats here. And let me talk about Mitch stats for a while. Mitch Trubisky stats for a while. But I think Mitch Trubisky is ahead of advanced stuff. I know Mitch Trubisky did is why are you talking about Mitch Trubisky stats? Yeah, listen. Let me talk about Mitch Trubisky stats. It looks impressive. He's just blowing people away. Well, it's good, sure. And if you have good minds like Mitch, look how the quarterbacks for Mitch Trubisky stats. Passing years this year, how is improving? Quarterback record 3-4 is 4-3. His touchdown ratio is like 2 times, 16 stands, and touchdown record is 15 touchdowns. 15 touchdowns and 4 picks. So the rating shows is 97.8. So Mitch Trubisky had a better stats and a better quarterback stat history. He had better stats than it has. That stats the picks has 15 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. But you see Mitch Trubisky stats. A lot of passing yards, completions, passer ratings. Kind of want to see have better. Yeah, he had winning today, but he had hunger two back to back. What hunger as his third game has a hunger two has ratings. You know what I mean? Mitch stats improving. You know what I mean? So. Nice. Okay, you have statistically, yeah, so the test record should look impressively. Well, Mitch is playing up better, legs up. I'm sure statistically it appear better. 15 touchdown passes in the year. Mitch's passing ratings are higher than it was. Passing rating may go up a lot. And it's Mitch's played past 2 years. Yeah, Mitch playing 2 years, past 2 years with the Bears with Matt Nagy because he's talented, you know. Now, people say he's the next Jay Cutler. Let's talk about Jay Cutler stats. Why I think Jay Cutler stats? I'm like, oh, I want to talk about Jay Cutler stats, okay? And I want you guys research it. I know his stats is a bit bad, but if you talk about Jay Cutler, I think Jay Cutler didn't have a good system years. It's not first year for the Bears, but I think Jay Cutler's years is this one in general, okay? Passer rating with the Bears. We're talking about the Bears years. The Cutler ever had a passer rating? Yeah, his best years with the Bears. Pass ratings, 10 receptions, 14 picks, okay? Best with the Bears, 26 picks, 16 because they're down now, one in the ball, okay? Because idiots like that. Nothing went up. They didn't league in interceptions these first 2 years with the Bears. He was a Denver. Oh, he looks impressive. Because I met Sham. In Denver, he was horrible. Look his stats. 18 interceptions, 26 interceptions. You know, the interceptions all went up. How about TD passes? Brendan Down never have like he never had. He had 28 touchdowns best this year, but he got rest up. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's Mitch Trubisky is doing. He's breaking the records. 3 touchdowns to pick that what? 2 touchdowns already. You mean already? He's gonna pick what? His best decisions total of what? Tell me. Mitch is he doing okay? No. That's the ratings. 80, 79, 92. But his 92 is Pennsylvania. But Mitch Trubisky has surprised at the passing ratings. But look at Mitch Trubisky's height. The passing ratings in Chicago are sky high. Look at this. 78.8, 92.2. Mitch has what averages what 102. 152 passing ratings. They have better stats than the color. You know what I mean? Mitch, you know? That Belsony. So nice. So that's the thing what the Bears had was you building a lot of stuff here. I think Mitch Trubisky is a better player than Cutler is. The fact is, statistically wise, Mitch is improving better. And what I'm saying, Mitch is doing, he's getting back to records. He's going to have Mitchell 6 touchdown passes. Steve Young has the game. I think people said it best. The passing, they was changed, can't make the stereo for football. In a passing era, you know what I mean? Mitch has a better statistics than Cutler ever have for a while. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a process. You know what I mean? Mitch is good. Mitch is good in second half. Mitch is great in second half. You know, I think check Steve Young's stats. You know, he's getting better. And I'm not just saying, oh, he's getting better. You know, I think Mitch Trubisky is a proven type. He's a proven player. I know people say second year he's gonna do some slow. Listen, Mitch has a lot of best players in the roster. You know what I mean? Mitch is improving his system. He needed like a Brandon Marshall type. You know, Mitch Trubisky, first couple years, you know, he has clean Mac, sure. But Mitch Trubisky is improving type. And if you want to get better, I think it's Mitch Trubisky is he's gonna be a better quarterback than I've seen. So Josh, how you doing, Josh? So Josh, boy.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta close the stream on my
How you doing, Josh?
What's going on? What's going on with you?
Doing great. The Bears winning. Bears won.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta close the stream on my
How you doing, Josh?
What's going on? What's going on with you? All right, there we go. All right, good game by the Bears, man. What you think about that game, man?
I think it's impressive, you know. Impressive, concerning the DBs are bad, kind of stuff. The quarterback's gonna be good. John Howard, it's impressive. But keeping him, you know that, right?
Yeah, I was hearing rumors that they was gonna actually try to trade him. I'm just like, that would be just silly if they tried to do that. Like, that's a franchise running back. He's a 1,000-yard rusher automatically. So that would have been idiotic. So he just, I like the statement he came out to make. Like, listen, I'm still the man here. I know Tariq Cohen is stepping up, but I'm still the big dog.
You be honest, the Bear. I'm gonna tell you earlier. The media overreacts on stuff. Media guys stop reacting. Now, Chicago sports media for rumors and they like to talk about stories about the Bears. Oh, John Howard writes his Bears Instagram pictures. That's the thing with Chicago sports media. They gotta stop assuming things. And that's Chicago sports media. They're never happy. They complain and whine, complain, moan. And that's the thing I don't like about this. You gotta stop. You gotta see the positive and the negative to some both sides. Instead of whining, they like to create some drama. You mean, Josh boy?
Yep. But let's talk about the in-depth about this game. So the Bears coming out the gate being dominant. Defense it took them a little while to get it started, you know, because obviously Khalil Mack was injured, and I found out that he was injured last year, and he pulled out of the Pro Bowl. But, you know, Chicago Bears, you know, they didn't really go into, you know, in depth to research that he was actually injured, and he had that injury last season. That's why he ain't play a few games, and he didn't play in the Pro Bowl. So who knows if he'll play next week against Buffalo. Pass rush. How many sacks did they have today? Like
one.
Only one sack?
One.
Come on, man. Come on. They gotta be better, man. I expect at least 3, you know. They say this is a top 3 defense right now, so I expect at least 3, but I know Mukamura, he got burnt on like one play for that touchdown. My goodness. I mean, God. Kyle Fuller, he got snagged on too one time, but overall, hey, Callahan, bro, that dude is a monster, bro. I'm a fan of him.
If he gets better, man, you know, Eddie Jackson and Mr. I think the Bears did a good job of resting Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack, I've been telling you, resting for the playoffs, resting against Detroit. You got Minnesota, you got Detroit in coming weeks, man, back-to-back weeks, you know, the Packers. We have Detroit 2 weeks from now.
That's the Thanksgiving game, right?
No, 2 games. Lions come to home.
Oh, okay.
They have the Minnesota Vikings. They have to go to Detroit. They didn't play against the LA Rams. They have to play against after Detroit. At the LA Rams, you play against the Packers. And then they're going to San Francisco coming to town. So it's going to go back away and play against us. So against Buffalo. Save against Buffalo. Let them play against Detroit. We need them against the Detroit Lions. It's a pretty decent team. Then we play against the Vikings. It's going to be a division team. Then you play against Detroit again. They didn't play against the LA Rams and against the Packers. You guys keep back 100% healthy. So if this is going you rest them, you play against the Minnesota Vikings. What do you think, Josh? That's a smart choice, you know?
Well, the Packers, the Bears, they gotta beat them. They got to. I mean, they were supposed to win the first game. But I put it like this, man. These division games coming up, they have to win these games, because if you don't win these games, you're gonna end up getting dropped back into like second place or maybe even third place in a division. And you know, this NFC is strong. So even if you want to try to fight for a wild card spot, you still gonna have to win these division games, and we got a lot of them coming up. So it's gonna be important, especially to, you know, we got to beat Detroit. I expect 2 wins from Detroit this year. You know, Detroit, they're not good. Seattle just manhandled them today. I watched a couple minutes of that game. The Packers, man, it looked like they might end up trying to pull an upset tonight against LA. So it's gonna be crazy, man. Bears got to win these games coming up, yo. For real.
I said earlier today, I'm saying this: same against Detroit, same against the Packers, because the Packers are tough. LA Rams are tough. You know what I mean? You need pass rush. We should have won the first game. Should have won.
Oh, Kyle Long, bro. Kyle Long is gone. That's going to be a big problem, you know, for that offensive line, especially coming up against Minnesota and LA with that pass rush. My goodness, that's not going to be good, man.
They got to rest him up. They got to rest Kyle Long for a while. Rest down for a while against this. Rest against Minnesota, especially LA. With the American Susan and your ass. And Josh and Daniel, you gotta get better, you know. Their line is impressive. And we're gonna talk about the story, the Bears, okay? The DBs need to get better, the pass rush needs to get better. I think Roquan Smith played great in it. Roquan Smith looks impressive. Play to play, you need playmakers. You know what I mean? I want playmakers like the old days. You know what I mean? Akeem Hicks, you need to step up. I'm a fan of Akeem Hicks since college days. You gotta step up. You mean? What do you think, Josh?
Well, Akeem Hicks, I feel like he mostly is able to like be dominant when Khalil Mack is in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But that game against Miami, man, that was just terrible, man. Nobody couldn't get no type of pass rush at all. Brock Osweiler had all day to throw, and it's just like, okay, when Khalil Mack is gone, you have to be able to play. Like, you got to be able to be strong the whole game. You know, Akeem Hicks, he has a history of playing good, like maybe a few quarters, and then he'll just like slowly decline. And that's going to be a problem, man. Like Tony Romo said, he needs to play that with that intensity the whole entire game. He did good today, though. You know, got him a couple tackles, man. Trevathan, he did pretty good. You know, I like that intensity from Eddie Jackson on that late hit. I know he got, you know, a 15-yard penalty, but I like that physicality from him and Amos just coming up. You know, they trying to make sure, like, listen, these receivers, they're not going to be able to do this, man. They're not going to be able to go over the middle or try to go vertical. You know, so overall, I like how the team is playing so far.
Like I've been saying to you for a couple of years, I've seen this a couple of weeks, and people saying, why are we really struggling? Listen, the reason why we have it's called growing pains. Eddie Jackson is second year. It's growing pains, you know? Roquan Smith, it's growing pains. Leonard Floyd, growing pains. You know what I mean? Leonard Floyd needs to get better.
Did he even play today? He ain't do nothing today.
He played today.
I didn't see him at all. I literally seen him do nothing today.
Yeah. Yep, guys. I think when Quinn Smith's getting better, the defenses get better. DBs causes the game, and I'm talking about cornerbacks. Okay, you're gonna stop. If you're gonna play good defense, Kyle Fuller, you need to shut them down. See, Bears fans, we are spoiled with Nathan Vasher, the great Charles Tillman, Lazy Frazier, Daniel Wilford. Okay, I'm going on eventually. Anyways, Tim, remember him? Timmy.
Oh, Tim Jennings, yeah.
Timmy. Anyways, Tim Jennings, Charles Tillman. They were playmakers. Nathan Vasher, Charles Tillman. We were diamond. Why? because we're best short and corners. You need a short and corner. I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. Don't listen to me. You need
Well, the deadline is coming up, so
we need a shut down corner to fix the system.
they got to get rid of Mukamura though, man. He's the problem, bro. You know,
Exactly.
I don't know what they're gonna trade to get like a lockdown corner though, because most corners they already got their team. You know, most teams ain't giving up their starting corner.
Unless you got a free agency, which is to pick up a free agent out for the money.
But Mac is eating up all the money, bro. Like I told you a couple of days ago, that Mac contract is gonna hurt the team in the long run because they're not gonna be able to re-sign these key players. Like, you know, when Trevathan is a free agent or Jordan Howard when he's a free agent, Tariq, it's gonna be a problem, man. It's gonna be a huge problem.
I think Jordan Howard's gonna stay. Tariq Cohen might stay. Tariq Green might trade him later on, because right now they've been on a good place right now. I think Clay Madison take a little peek for a little bit. Like, hey, I'm gonna take care of the Bears team. You know, Bears like family type of issues. They're family type, you know. And I seen the bond that they have with the team. I think they stay for a while because they have the Bears bond family, and also take care of the quarterback as well. The quarterback is what also be a big part of position. You know, you got to take care of the franchise. You got to take care of the franchise running back. You got to keep them good, and of course the receivers are line happy. And Mitch gonna be smart. They don't overpay the checks. They want to win Super Bowl title. I think this player. I think I want to play a good team for years. Want to beat Green Bay because they have a big pride in it, and they want to be the best. I think this guy's a stay because they want to be okay. I'm gonna take care of the Bears. The salary cap increases a lot quicker. Now, how about the things they need to do is get better and sign the kicker in the offseason. Because Parkey is crap.
Yeah, he is dead.
The cost of the game is swim. What do you think about Parkey?
Yeah, Parkey, bro. He lost the Miami game. That was his fault. I know the whole team as a whole didn't play well, but if he would have made the field goal, the game would have been over already. Shoot, they should have kept Robbie Gould, but I think he was wanting too much money, right?
Exactly, it's too much money for Reebok stuff.
Yeah, man, get him up out of here, man. If anything, they could probably draft a kicker or something.
All right, how about quarterback position? I've been talking about that guy for all enough time. Why do you make Mitchell Trubisky?
All right, last week, I kind of went on like a little rant on the Facebook Messenger. I was like, okay, like come on, like he could have won that game. You know, he had a couple key incompletions, but of course it's the Patriots. But the Patriots defense isn't really the bread and butter. You already know the Patriots, they run on Tom Brady and Bill. I feel like he's doing good. He's managing the games. Oh, but he, you know, and last week he did have a couple passes where it was just like ridiculous. Because I remember that one pass, he was like running to the right and he literally forced it and threw it to the Patriots defender. I'm like, come on, you can't make that throw. Like, if anything, just throw it out of bounds, you know? Like,
yeah.
And then he almost threw like a couple of interceptions. He would have had like 3 picks that game if the Patriots defenders caught him. Like, they just was dropping him, which is kind of lucky. But he all right, man. You know, he's doing good, managing the game.
Steve Young type.
Yeah, he can move. He's mobile. Let's just see what he do. Let's see what he keep doing. You know, he got to keep this up.
You know, she's breaking best records. You know, how can you guys compare the color? I mean, Mitch has like.
Wait. People still bringing up Jay Cutler. My goodness, man, let it go, man. He's gone.
I know.
Wait, man, leave that dude in the past, man. Shit.
I see him on Facebook this week. I was like,
oh, goodness, man, this is sad. Right? Where is these people? You got to send me like
Facebook and Twitter. They were complaining about Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Like you guys are complaining about Deshaun. They complain.
I did say I wanted Deshaun Watson in the draft. Hey,
me too. Much like Deshaun Watson, but
I just feel like Ryan Pace, he did not need to give up. What did he gave up a lot of picks just to move up one slide. Like, that was unnecessary. The 49ers was not going to draft Trubisky, bro.
But I think that the Browns wanted to. The Browns wanted to.
No, they took Garrett.
Yeah, no, but they're gonna go back trade up. Remember, Browns had 2 draft picks.
Oh,
That's why the Cleveland Browns are stupid enough, but they won't be smart at that time.
oh man. So what you think about them giving up 2 first rounders? I mean, that
For K-Mac,
yeah, like you don't think that might be hurting the team?
I don't think so. Because K-Mac is a once a lifetime. You know what I mean? He's like more like Richie Wright, LT, Richie tape, Richie Dent type. He's a once a lifetime pass rush. He's his prime. You know what I mean? I would trade for 2 first round draft picks to get like a K-Mac who's gonna be the franchise, like defensively, and get the 1-2 punch. You know what I mean? K-Mac can save games, so he can do the games for us, help us a young team. I think Mac has a heart, he has a passion, and like I think Mac and Trubisky, they're pretty good leadership role. Look what happened to the Raiders, you know? They're way back. They need pass rushers. It's hard to find pass rushers. You mean? Like Chris Carter says, it's hard to find pass rushers. It's hard to develop them. What do you think, Josh?
Well, yeah, pass rushers is really hard to find in this league. You have to be able to have good scouting if you want to get one out of college, but those are hard to find. If you want a nice pass rusher, you're gonna have to pay that money or make a trade. And I see the Bears, they just decided, hey, it's time. That's what they needed, though. We've been crying for one of those. We haven't had a decent pass rusher since fucking Julius Peppers. I mean, my God, you know how long ago that was?
It's like 2 years.
Shoot, so
Man.
I like the aggressiveness, but how long do you think Ryan Pace is gonna be here, man? How long?
2 more years. 3 more, 5 more years.
You think they're gonna keep him for a little bit longer?
I think so, because the way he's doing the Bears offense and defensively, improving us, this is gonna be going pain for a while.
They did have a good few drafts with him. He did miss on that Kevin White pick, though. That was just, he didn't need to do that. That was the one pick that I kind of was like, okay, bro, you're reaching.
Yeah.
Kevin White, he's like, most of the time when I see him on the field, he's mostly just used as like a battering ram to like block, I mean, he caught that pass last week. I was just like, what? Like, that was him? You know?
I think Kevin White is going to be gone for a while because they
barely use him. They don't, to be honest, they don't really need him, They got weapons already.
Gabriel, you got Eddie Robinson, didn't play today. Trey Burton. And how the hell you just let him go? The Eagles let him go. Thanks Philly for Trey Burton.
You say what I think about Trey Burton?
Yeah.
Oh man, Trey Burton, he's a monster, man.
Best tight end.
That guy's a monster, bro. Adam Shaheen, get out the way. Trey is in town, baby.
All right, Josh. This Bears team is gonna be a better team next couple years. I'm telling you. 10-6 or 8-8. It's growing pain. It's this team. I love 83 Bears, 85 Bears. We have Steve Young in making. Trubisky like Steve Young, Randall Cunningham type of quarterback. So do you remember Randall Cunningham?
Huh?
Randall Cunningham?
Yeah, Randall, yeah.
He has like kind of remember that Trubisky stuff. He's a playmaker, running pass. Steve, this is not, I want a good quarterback. Running quarterbacks, it's trouble. You know what I mean?
Who's winning the division right now? Is Minnesota still ahead?
Yeah, it's still ahead. I'm gonna check the stat sheets already.
Yeah, let's check that out real quick.
So I want to ask a question. Do you think Mitch Trubisky is a fun stats? Do you know Mitch Trubisky has 13 touchdown passes for the last 4 weeks?
He has what?
13 touchdown passes.
Oh, 13. He might have
He's gonna break a record.
Throughout the season, I'll say he might have 27. I'll say 27.
I say 29. 30.
29.
30.
How many interceptions he got right now?
He has 15.
This season?
Yep.
Wow.
The last time they had 20 touchdown, it's a record by Eric Kramer, 19. Packers up 7-0 to LA.
Yeah, I'm watching that game right now. I'm watching this San Fran and Arizona too.
Eagles won, Texans won, which was Deshaun Watson. But I said earlier, and I said it on Facebook, Twitter. I think this last year's draft was the best draft, quarterback draft in a long time. Trubisky, Patrick Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? Deshaun Watson reminds me a lot of Mitch Trubisky reminds me of John Elway. Okay, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, he's only in his what is this? The second year?
The second year is both of them, three of them.
Oh yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta wait and see if he take this team to the playoffs. Then I'll give him his props and compare him to somebody. But I can't compare him to somebody right now.
Deshaun
Watson,
Trubisky, they're pretty good quarterbacks. They're pretty good quarterbacks. There's three quarterbacks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that might be the best. Those three right now, they on top. You know, they on top of the league right now.
Ooh.
Mahomes, Trubisky, and Watson, they dominating right now.
They're good quarterbacks. If they become great, like they should be, we have a French quarterback for a long time. And Packers, they're in trouble in the long run because they're showing.
Bears, if the Bears really wanted to make a statement, they should have won that game, bro. That first game, week 1. If they would have won that game, bro, they would have got their respect. But you know what happened? You have a young team, and Kyle Fuller. Let me say this. You know, I'm a fan of Kyle Fuller, but he can't catch, man. He cannot. He has several opportunities. Like today, he had a chance to get an interception, dropped it again. I mean, come on. Eventually, you're going to have to work on your hands, man.
You want to tell you something? Kyle needs to get better. And I like Kyle Fuller as well.
Yeah, they gave him all that money. Come on, man.
Man, Minnesota Vikings ahead in division. They're playing the Saints. So Minnesota can lose the game.
Oh. They might end up winning that game because they're at home. And Everson Griffin is coming back too.
All right. Here, statistically, Bears fans, the points allowed, points feel a lot. Bears need to win. They need to get better with the. They have a 200-yard mark, so it's going to be earlier. Predictions are high with the. If Bears can win some games, you know, win like 2 games this year, I think Bears could beat Detroit in Minnesota. But Everson Griffin and Kirk Cousins, you got to stop them. Look, we scored more points than the Packers did. Look at the Packers score 148. That's the highest scoring team in offense this year. We're highest scoring team in offense this year for the Bears. Not in division.
Hey man, hey, what you think about Anthony Miller?
He's gonna get better. He reminds me a lot of Chad Johnson.
Yeah, he was playing dominant today. He was playing dominant.
Anthony Miller is impressive, man.
So what you think about the whole Matt Nagy scheme and everything like that? Do you like him or no?
I like Matt Nagy. His calling a passing type, one type, the T formation. It's his first year. He will get better. You know what I mean?
The only thing is I'll say about Nagy is in that Miami game, he got too conservative. Like I can see he didn't really believe in Trubisky at that time because if you remember in that fourth quarter, they was just running the ball like, you know, pass it. You was already in field goal range. They was at like the 30. No, it was like 40.
Yeah.
It was at like the 40. You know, you might as well try to pass it, you know, try to get a touchdown or get them closer. But Nagy, he was like, no. Like, you got to take chances in this league if you want to win.
Yeah, the media complains so much. Yeah, we also complain running the ball against the Packers game when the media did blast him. I think Matt Nagy, it has to be some bad stuff because the media, you can never censor the media. If I work with the media, I'm be equal. I praise Nagy, the good he does, and the bad thing he does. I'm being fair. So it's like, oh, you crazy, made too much. Like he deserves when he gets to it, he needs it, and I praise when he needs to. I prefer and different experts today. Make sure to get better is accuracy, which concerns me, and it's seriously got to learn catch up. Teamwork. It's a going pace for the process, you know. People say, "Oh, hey man, the Super Bowl, man, Nagy sucks." Like, bro, watch the 85 Bears. All 85 Bears. Like, I'm tired of the 85 Bears, Josh. You and me are tired of this.
Oh, goodness. People still talking about that. Come on, man. People need to move on. Let it go, bro.
the media today is always the 85 Bears, the Twitter stuff, the compare like you guys the 85 Bears long time ago, different game.
If anything, talk about the 2006 or the 2010. You know, don't talk about the freaking 1985. Like, come on, bro.
And I'm sick and tired of it. And you're sick and tired, like, what the like, this is old Bears fan. I'm old school Bears fans. Like, damn, 85 Bears held Walter Payton, all right? Oh, the 85 Walter Payton was the best player in the generation. It was a 1 game era. My thing was 4 years. McMahon was 4 years. It takes time, guys. They're like two crybabies. Like, that's why Bears fans are crybabies more. Older Bears fans. Like, I'm too old. I remember when this. Like, move on. We're still talking about Aries. I'm just, God, it's the media today and the sports media today. It's they talk about the 85 Bears so much. Let it go, man. That's
ain't nothing you can do, man.
like
yeah, man. Dang, I was hoping you was gonna end up trying to go to one of the games this year. I was like, dang, this dude can't go to none of the games, bro. You bought the Sox season tickets.
And then I had to go to the school, go to sports broadcasting, and talk about the Bears, talk about the Sox.
Man, bro. If anything, I'll try to make it to that Rams game. That might be a decent game.
LA Rams.
Yeah.
St. Louis fans want to come to the Bears. Become Bears fans now. St. Louis wants to become a Bears fan now.
Oh no, no, bro. See, the thing is, you got people like me and you who've been rolling with this team since the early 2000s. Like, come on, don't try to jump on the wagon now. Like, we've been through the struggle, man.
Like, lot Bears. There's a lot of Bears fans in LA, but damn, come in, St. Louis, come in. We get Bears like this. Oh, LA fans, like, yeah, because they've been fans since like forever. They know Eric Dickinson and there was and Deacon Jones, you know, but I've been Bears fans since the late 90s. Okay, I was there when Olac wasn't there yet. I was there when Walter Petty died. I wanted to pay Olac was a white hole. Like, what the heck? The Raven fans are talking smack. Like, Olac is not overrated. Like, you guys, and you Dub fans, oh, Zach Thomas should be off. Like, you guys complain, Olac's the white hole. Like, you guys don't know crap. That Bears were garbage when 98 and the 90s. We had no hope. Walter Petty died. Bears fans were crying. Olac was shocked that he put the Bears together. Him and Mike Brown. The Bears were dead in the events. That's why I like his Hall of Fame, because he didn't use it. He didn't play the best defense. He had great defense, right? What do you think?
The Bears didn't really get good. They didn't really know they had a decent roster in 2005. That's when they realized, and then 2006 they put it all together.
How about 2001 Bears?
What was their record that year? I know they
13-3.
Yeah, but then they didn't do anything in the playoffs.
Because they have a couple quarterbacks. That's why. Remember have Mike Brown, Olacker.
Oh Jesus, God.
It was a good era. It was a good era. We have a couple running backs as well. Finally got better because the Lois Smith system came in, second year, 3 year? And Justin was 3rd year already? You know what I mean?
So who they got next week, man?
Buffalo Bills.
Is it at home or at Buffalo?
At Buffalo.
They might want to watch out, man. That could be a trap game too, man.
Buffalo's a good team. I think Buffalo.
Yeah, they have a nice defense over there, man.
I know they are. And Shady McCord, you guys learn to stop Shady, man. That Shady McCord, he's still good. I'm telling you now. Shady McCord's good.
Yeah, they might have to put a 9-man box for him, man. I'm not joking.
I'm a Bears fan. Shady McCord is a more talented player. Shady McCord. Underrated, man. We talk about Bears football. We know football. You and I and my friend from Twitter, Steve, we watch Bears football for forever. When we're talking about this game, I think Buffalo's a good team. I think there's an 8-8 team this year. 8-8 team this year. They're proving better. If we could upset Buffalo, hey, there you go. Seattle, man. I think Bears going to lose to Seattle or Arizona. But Bears beat Seattle. Anyway, that's good.
Yeah, they got it. They almost lost that game, though. They almost dropped that game. Yeah, they almost dropped that one.
Because of Russell Wilson. And they beat Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they smashed them, man. Thank goodness. Put the Lions back in the basement where they belong.
What's gonna happen to Green Bay now? Rodgers, the Packers screwed too. They spent over money for Aaron Rodgers contract this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they gave a lot of money for him. I mean, they had to though. He's the franchise.
But they're gonna fall apart a lot long. It's gonna hurt the Packers a long run because if you don't fix the defensively and you got the late draft picks, they're gonna fall apart because you need to build on Aaron Rodgers. And then if they're gonna fall apart as soon as Aaron Rodgers retires.
Oh yeah.
Then go back to mediocrity if you don't, because now teams say they have a quarterbacks now, quarterbacks in the first round, so you gotta be careful. And McCarthy is overrated. You know what I mean? Because next, how you gonna set defense? How you gonna set with defense in the next 2 years when you guys like quarterbacks like in your division are better. Matthew Stafford, Detroit, you gotta have a quarterback next year because if you don't have a quarterback, then it's gonna be problems for the Lions, which. By the way, to fix it. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins and Mitch Trubisky and Joe Harvard and their defense, Kelly Mack and Wilson Matt, another defensive mind. It's gonna be tough things for stuff for years. You gotta how you gonna stop us, you know? What do you think?
I think this team, this is a playoff team, bro. Like I think Khalil Mack made this a playoff team. Like. Even though, you know, they might not make the playoffs this year,
yeah,
they got to make it next year. There's no excuses, bro.
Exactly.
You got the talent, you got the weapons, the scheme.
The quarterback.
You know, he going to have his third year with the same system. Come on now. You got to put it together, man. No excuses.
Tight ends, running backs, and receivers score. You know what I mean?
I will say this, though. About Detroit, you do got to watch out for Kerryon Johnson.
He's still good.
Yeah, and then they just pick up Snacks Harrison.
From North Giants. Yep.
Oh Jesus! So the Bears gonna have to deal with him. I think Ziggy's probably gonna be back that game. Oh man, we should be able to handle Detroit easily though, bro.
Close game because Matthew Stafford's still good. Matthew Stafford, he's a good quarterback. You mean we gotta have a quarterback for the next couple of years, and
yeah, how did they beat the Patriots, man? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out how did they win that game.
Because Matthew Stafford is perfect.
Yeah, I guess the Patriots, they just, you know, Patricia, he say, listen, I know what's gonna happen. I know this team.
That's what happens.
Yeah, the soldiers ready, man.
Yeah, man. We have the mind. Who's the best team in football right now? The best team in football right now.
The best team in football right now is the Kansas City Chiefs.
LA Rams.
Well, yeah, they good too, but shoot, it's not looking good for them right now.
Poor LA Rams.
You know, that's gonna be I'm ready for that game, bro. It's in Mexico, Monday Night Football.
Me too.
Oh my goodness, that game is gonna be berserk.
Right. Who's the MVP player? MVP this year.
You say who's gonna be the MVP? They might give it to Mahomes, bro.
I guess Patrick Mahomes, but what Patrick Mahomes did, I give him Patrick Mahomes.
It might be him, Gurley,
and
if I had to pick a defensive player, let's see.
Mac Henderson.
Nah, because he who knows, man? Who knows? That's kind of hard to pick a defensive MVP. Like that rarely happens, but I would put it like this: if Matt kept playing how he was and he didn't get injured, he would have been MVP, bro, no doubt.
No doubt about it. But defensive player there is K Mac. But back there, when Preston the Bears defense there.
If he come back, that's if he comes back now. If he's gonna be out for a few more weeks, he might not get it, bro. They might give it to somebody. They might give it to, like, I don't know, JJ or something. Like, come on.
JJ Watson, he's not even good. Coach of the year?
Let's see. I already know who you gonna say.
Oh, what am I gonna say?
I know you gonna say Nagy probably.
Not Nagy. Next year.
I'll give it to McVay. I'll give it to McVay.
To be honest, I would say Andy Reid.
The fat guy Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid has a lot of good job of what Patrick Mahomes is doing right now. And McVay, I like McVay as well. But Andy Reid, the guy can coach quarterback. He coached Brett Favre. He coached McNabb. He took him playoffs. And Andy Reid he worked with guys like got bust like the name Alex Smith. Oh, remember Alex Smith's a bust, and then look, Patrick Mahomes, second quarter, first year quarterback. So Patrick Mahomes, man, Andy Reid did a good job developing Patrick Mahomes, Brett Favre, McNabb, Michael Vick. Andy Reid, man, I'm telling you, Andy Reid he's like Marty Schottenheimer, but think about Andy Reid's doing with his coaching staff and what he has, like say, he came from Mike Holmgren's coaching staff, which is told earlier. Andy Reid has a good offensive mind coach. Look at Doug Peterson, Matt Nagy, Ryan Rada, everyone who coached and won NFL coach under Andy Reid. So Andy Reid deserves it. The way he deserves it. The Chiefs are the best team, right? What do you think?
Huh?
What do you think about Andy Reid?
Oh, Andy Reid. Andy Reid, he's a genius, but he just can never get the job done. You know, just like last season when the Chiefs played the Titans? My goodness, man. Come on. No reason you should have lost that game, man. Andy Reid, he folds up at the end of the game. He can never get the job done. He's a good regular season coach, but like a lot of people say, when the playoffs come around, he goes bye-bye.
Yeah, man. I like Andy Reid. He's very underrated. I like Andy Reid. He's a good coach. He coached Brett Favre. And Towns love him. And a lot of players love him. Towns love him. T.O. love him. And Brett Favre. So.
What you think about the Redskins?
Okay, they're a right team. They're a decent team.
They picked up old man Adrian Peterson, man.
Still AP still has it, AP.
Yeah, man. They picked him up.
And it's picked up. Man, Adrian Peterson just killed the Bears. I'm glad he's not there more.
I know, bro. He used to just run us over, man. Yeah, just steamroll us, bro.
Adrian Peterson.
Hey, you know, I'm so glad they got rid of Pernell McPhee, bro.
Me too.
Glad they got rid of him, bro. My goodness, man. He played good like 1 year, and that was it.
That's it. We're getting better along, man. This is what talking about Bears talks. Everything's pretty good, like it's impressive. What do you see the Bears? What is your predictions before we wrap it up?
For the Bears, like the whole record and everything?
The best and what the best case, bad case, the middle case, the realistic side, and the
okay. So you want me to talk the worst
and the bad?
Okay. I'll start off with the bad first. All right. So how many wins we got right now? 4?
4.
All right, we got 4 wins. At worst, 7 and 9 at worst.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, at best, I say 10 and 6.
Okay.
10 and 6, and
realistic side.
Realistic 8 and 8.
There you go.
I think we really gonna finish 8 and 8. No lie, like because I just can't see us beating the Rams. We might end up losing that game. I could see us splitting with Minnesota. Detroit game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know how they play at home on Thanksgiving. That's gonna be a physical game. I don't know, man. This season is crazy. Like you don't know. Do I think they're gonna make the playoffs? Like percentage wise, if I say they go into the playoffs, I'll say this is tough. You know what? I'm split 50-50, man. Because they're not a bad team at all. They're not a bad team. but they do have flaws. Like last week, they missed a lot of tackles, man. And their lack to get a pass rush, that's another key issue that they have to work on. What about you, man? What you think? You think they hitting the playoffs and all that? Let me hear.
I think right now, my worst case scenario is 8-8 team going pains. 83 Bears, they get better in the system, a long one. There's tough games, I think. Packers games, tough game. Detroit games, Minnesota. Buffalo's a tough game right now. LA is a tough game. I think we're going to beat San Francisco, that's for sure. And all the division games are tough games. Bears going to be 8-8 team. The worst case scenario, I think the Bears going to be 8-8. Best case, Bears 9-7. The best case, I give you 10-6. Bears on 18, and worst 8-8. At best 10-6. My prediction is gonna be 8-8 team. I go 8-8 team, 9-7 at the optimistic at the hope side. Bears are 9-7 team. We're gonna lose against I think we're gonna upset the LA Rams because LA Rams can't play in the better. Packers, we got upset the Packers on some tough fights. And we'll be Detroit and Minnesota, upset Detroit and Minnesota.
Wait. Do you think they'll split with Detroit?
I think upset Detroit 2 times.
Wow.
I think the Bears are 8-8 team, but in the average of Bears gonna be 9-17 because the playoff side, I think it's gonna be 55 to 100. Because I think the Bears are playing better team. Joe Howard's gonna be the man. It's Joe Howard time, you know. I'm a fan of Joe Howard. I've been a fan of this guy for a long time. Are Bears gonna get better? Yes, they are. But he'll finish 8-8 this season. I pick 8-8. Worst case, in the mid 8-8. But they're a playoff team. I think the Bears come in the division. If Aaron Rodgers goes down and Matthew Stafford goes down and Bears takes the division. You know what I mean? 9-17.
I agree with that. They can definitely win this NFC North, especially if the Vikings lose today.
And Packers.
Well, yeah. The thing, the Rams messing up right now. I'm watching this game right now. They just dropping passes and man. I think if the Packers win this, they'll be tied. It'll be a 3-way tie.
Every time.
Man, this NFC North is just crazy, bro. This is crazy, man. This is berserk, bro.
All right, guys. I'm doing this in the show now. All right. I'm in the show now. Please like. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Josh, for coming, Josh.
All right, man. You doing the show next week?
Show next week.
All right, man. I'll catch you after the Buffalo game, man. Just hit me up.
All right, Josh. Please like, subscribe.